Jehu wipes out Jezebel's entire government. He wipes out the priests. He wipes out their friends. He wipes out their leaders. He wipes out their cronies. He wipes out their entire families. Then destroys the entire religious establishment dedicated to worship of Baal and Asherah. Now, Jezebel still has followers. She is, in fact, still in possession of Jezreel, and she wants to inactivate or destroy Jehu. The queen is still very beautiful, and she has been enchanting men since childhood. Her beauty has become even more potent in middle age. She is, in fact, at the peak of her physical beauty, and she knows how to use that beauty as a weapon. Power is, in fact, the most effective aphrodisiac to a man who wants to be a king. Jezebel is royal by both birth and marriage, and feels that Jehu is a usurper. Well, this usurper will need her in order to rule Israel. The queen vows to herself that she will never give her power over to him. But she can't help but think of the prophet Elijah's oracle of her impending and violent death. Yahweh, the queen has found that Yahweh keeps his promises. Baal and Asherah are different than Yahweh. They never promise anything. They never respond to a sacrifice. Baal and Asherah don't seem to care. Worship of Baal and Asherah is a way to keep them appeased and non-hostile. The rites, the rituals, also give pleasure to the people. It's a way to fulfill their lust. And ritual sex works for you with the gods. Now, Elijah's God, Yahweh, sees everything and everyone and seems to care intensely. Yahweh rewards the people's obedience and vividly punishes their disobedience and their worship of other gods and goddesses. Now, as Jehu's chariot races to Jezebel, it seems to Jezebel that Yahweh is very real indeed, not just a mask for the priests and prophets. Yahweh exercises real power in the world, and everyone, even royalty, is affected by what this Lord God does. The God of Israel has in fact honored Elijah's curse and killed Ahab and his sons. She knows or feels that Jehu will kill kill her. There is nothing she can do. But her death will ironically be her finest hour. She will not disguise herself or flee the city of Jezreel. Jezebel calmly prepares for Jehu's arrival. The queen paints her eyes with kohl and dresses her hair. This is in fact a female version of battle armor. She will wage war the only way a woman can. Jezebel wants to look her queenly best if or when she dies. The queen wishes to stay in control of her own demise. Jezebel sits at the upper window of her palace, waits for Jehu. The queen gives herself the superior angle from which she will be viewed by Jehu. She is sitting at the upper window. This is in fact a suggestion of the fertility goddess. Sitting at the upper window is very similar to Iron Age ivory plaques and clay relief sculptures of the goddess Asherah that were found in excavations in Nimrod and Samaria. Now, for those of you who don't know, Asherah is worshipped all over. Now, Jezebel must do what she can and challenge Jehu in an attempt to throw him off balance. She will not quit before the game is over. Even if Elijah's God Yahweh really is God, she cannot meet Jehu as a penitent. Jehu will know it for a lie, and the usurper will laugh in her face. The queen will meet the murderer of her son as an honorable enemy, and then see what happens. Jezebel, as I mentioned, has nerves of steel. Jehu arrives. The queen is at the balcony window, and she does not remain silent. Jezebel taunts Jehu and calls him Zimri. Zimri, remember, is the name of the unscrupulous predecessor to the Omri-Ahab dynasty. The queen has a distinct voice and a sharp tongue, filled with insults and contempt for Jehu the renegade. Jehu now demonstrates his kingly authority and orders her eunuchs to throw Jezebel out of a window. Horses then trample her to death, and Jezebel's blood splatters all over the wall. Jehu then goes inside to eat and drink with his comrades. The queen's body is left out in the street as Jehu celebrates his victory, but later he has a change of heart. The new king does not wish to begin his rule as with a disrespectful act. Ill treatment of the dead queen's remains. So Jehu orders Jezebel's burial. Now, they find only her skull, her feet, and her hands in the courtyard. The dogs have eaten the rest. The dogs have devoured her flesh, in accordance with Elijah's prophecy. Now, Jezebel's character has much to